quick intro before I start this walkthrough. I do want to note that I recorded this near Halloween, so that's why there is a ton of Halloween decorations on the games. I also want to say that I'm just going to run the walkthrough as is, no commentary initially, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to walk through it again, and this time I'll give you my experience at the arcade, tell you about some of the games that I thought were interesting there. So if you only want to see the walkthrough, watch the first part and leave. If you want to see the walkthrough with the commentary, watch it all. Here we go. Well, if you guys made it this far, you're here to see the actual commentary part of the walkthrough. I'm just going to run the video again and talk about my experience there. First of all, I should say I didn't mention this in the beginning because a lot of people just want me to get right into the video on YouTube. So this is Cidercade in Arlington, Texas. If you're unfamiliar with Cidercade, it is an arcade mixed with a place that sells hard cider. So they have their own hard cider there on tap. Yes, you can get in if you're under 21. I think after 7 or 8 p.m. I can't remember exactly when. If you're under 21, you do have to leave. I think you can't even be there at all with a parent. But otherwise, if you're, under 21, you can come in with a parent. You can have fun. This place is often full of kids on the weekends, so keep that in mind. I went here during a weekday, and it was actually still busier than I would have expected. So this is in Arlington, Texas. You pay $12 to get in. All the games are on free play, pinball included. I believe there's over 250 arcade games in here total. It's a pretty huge place. I'm going to start the walkthrough again. Here we have the outside of the building. It's kind of in a hip area of Arlington. Hard to park. Right off the bat, let's see, you walk in, there's Cruise and Blast, 4 of them linked together. Always a fun game, kind of a staple at these arcades. Dirty Drivin', 4 of them linked together. I don't see those very often. Now, I do want to note, as you can see in the video, this is a big problem with the Cidercade locations. If you're going there as an arcade lover, I might recommend you go in the evening. Yes, it's going to be busier, but you can see the glare on these monitors. They have a lot of windows there, and it's sometimes hard to see. It's kind of a give and take, though. If you get there too late, it's going to be too busy, and then if you get there, during the day, it may not be busy, but it's going to have a lot of glare on some of the monitors. Now, the whole place isn't like this, so no big deal. Here we have a Buck Hunter. I'm going to try to read some of these that may not be obvious. I believe it's a Buck Hunter Reloaded machine, so it has Terminator, Salvation, a bunch of games in it. We have Golden Tee, which is working. Just when I happened to walk by, it was on a black screen. Time Crisis 5, Transformers. This, Alpine Racer. I remember, I think that's what it was called back in the day. It had the little ski thing you would get on. I remember playing that a lot in the arcades. I had to give this a try, and it was a decent amount of fun. I was surprised for being a newer game. I was worried it would be kind of crappy, but it was really pretty fun. Has the same control mechanism too. Connect 4 Hoops. We have some of these kind of redemption style games. Now you don't get to get tickets, of course, because there's nothing to win. You're not paying to play. They're just on free play. Area 51, Maximum Force Combo, Buck Hunter. Karnov. Okay. I'm not familiar with that game. That game was before my time. Oh, wait, we got to back that up. Hold on. 0 Point back there. Sorry, it's slow. There we go. 0 Point is a game that I never heard of before until I built my own light gun cabinet and I put it in there. It's kind of like Point Blank, but it's very seems like it's more Japanese based than Point Blank even was. It's an interesting game though. The Killer Queen combo, every place has to have these apparently. I never see anybody playing them. One time I was at an arcade and I saw tons of people playing these. It was like usually about the age of 25-year-old people, and they were drinking and having a great time. Guitar Hero, we have Walking Dead, the giant machine where you can get inside of it. It's cool they let these on free play because most places charge you good money to play those. I love the Down the Clown game or Down the Clown. Those are just fun. Redemption game, you don't win anything, but you get to throw balls at them. Step Mania, this is a quick shot because there were people playing it, and as soon as I started recording, these 2 ladies stopped, turned around, and looked at me, and I was like, I swear I'm not recording you. So it's a quick shot. Fast and the Furious Arcade. So when I've been here a couple times. All 4 screens were working normally, but I'm still stunned they let you play this machine on free play. This machine costs, I believe the pair costs arcade owners to buy. It's around $30,000 to $40,000. So they're making no money back on this. It's being played 24 hours a day. It is a motion cabinet. It moves all around. To be honest, I got a little bit of a headache, kind of motion sick from playing it the first time. I don't know why. But it's a really cool game. It's not exactly like Hydro Thunder where you're going to be, competing and trying to get a better time. It's more like a thrill ride, but it's still a fun game. I don't know why that screen wasn't working. They were working the other times I'd been there. Let's Bounce. All right, there we go. What game is this? I don't know this game on the left. If anybody can tell me, if there wasn't webs over it, somebody might be able to tell me, but I don't know that one. Of course, I know Target Terror Gold. I have one sitting right here. Heavy Machine, such a monster. Galaga, Stargate. I'm going to try not to stop too many times because we're going to be here forever. World Series. This is just kind of like an interesting... This room is perfect for the Instagram people who come in here and want to take TikToks and all that. It's like a place to hang out and drink, and it's got lights. It's cool. Personally, I would be like, fill it with arcades, but that's my thought, of course. Never saw this game before in my life till here. It's a redemption game. Kind of fun. Little bow and arrow shooting game. In the Hunt. Dragon's Lair 1 and 2 right next to each other. Very nice to see at an arcade. Double Dragon. Hard to see because the webbing over it. They really go all out for Halloween. Excuse me. Is that Virtua Striker, I believe? Yeah, soccer game. Gorf and Upscope. Pretty cool. I tried to peek inside there, but it's not really easy to tell. We have the 4-player X-Men. This game on the left. I'm going to try to see if it clears up a little. I cannot remember the name. It wasn't working this time, but I've played it before, and I really thought that was it's an older game, but it was really a fun, interesting game. Pac-Man. Oh, God, I can't read it. Ladybug. Police Trainer 2. This is funny. I guess it had a security dongle or whatever comes in these. Police Trainer 2 not authorized. Please contact the company. I don't know what happened. I've played it there before, and it was fine. Area 51 Site 4. Cannot read that one. I'm sorry. Everyone let me know what that one is on the left. We got Rambo 3 there. Final Lap 3. Man. I was trying to get these to show up. Snow Bros, right? Snow Bros. We have Revolution X, which I stop and check out a little bit more. I love Revolution X. Pretty fun cabinet. I like the cabinet shape and all that. Contra. We have The Last Duel. Alcon. I don't know that game. Cubert. Oh, this gigantic thing that I never play. P47 Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, I believe that was. Man, I was moving fast. I always try not to be interrupting anyone's playtime or putting anyone on camera, so sometimes these get cut a little short as I'm trying to avoid people, but there you go. This is a real classic area right here. If you were a 70s arcade, 80s arcade person, you would love this area. I love the Narc machine. Sonic the Hedgehog Tetris. Can't read that one, unfortunately, or that one. That's one of those newer rhythm games. There's another Ladybug, I just realized. Gun Force and Bad Dudes. Robotron. Soul Calibur, which one is it? Of course, the focus didn't work out on that one, or the brightness. Mappy. Missile Command. Video Pinball. Wow, I never really looked at that one very closely. Track and Field. Another Guitar Hero with a Halloween guy. This guy on the right here actually moves and plays the guitar. I thought that was funny. They really do go nuts with the decorating. We have Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, another Centipede, Rampage. Oh boy, Radical Bikers. That could have potentially been an MK4 cabinet, by the way. A lot of those MK4s, which I've got one back here, did not sell very well, so they turned some of them into Radical Biker machines and sold them from Midway. Versus Excite Bike. I don't know if I show it, but there is that Halo Fireteam Raven machine. There were people playing it, and I don't want to record them. This bowling game is actually pretty cool. Some ball comes out of the machine, you roll it in there, and it hits the virtual pins on there. And I thought it was just a fun game. I played it with Lady Cag, my wife, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. My wife, one time when we went there, we both had a really good time playing that one. We have Terminator 2. That was working. The monitor was very dim on that one. Sega's Hang On. I can't read it. Can't read it, but it has a missing kid on there. The Super Checks, I believe that's what that's called. I played that for a little bit with Lady Cag. The interesting Batman Forever machine was back there. Rastan. Assault. Alpine Ski. Bubble Bobble. I cannot read that one. So another Alien. Make Tracks. Some of these are some rare games, or not rare, but again, before my time. I really didn't start going to arcades seriously until about the early 90s. Here's a great example, by the way. This is Friction. I've never played this game before until I found it at this arcade. The sad part is, you can see it's right next to a wall of windows, and you can't barely see the screen. I think I'd go closer on it there. And of course, the camera's kind of showing it. You're seeing the refresh rate of the monitor on camera, so it's kind of messing it up. It's a fun game. I wish it was in a different spot so it could be played a little bit easier. The Dark Escape 4D machine, that was pretty cool. One side was not working, but still pretty cool to see. Fishing Time. All right, that's one I've never really seen before I got here. Boy, some of these are just hard to read. I'm sorry, guys. Golden Axe. This, I was alone, but you could play it against the computer. I've seen this before, but I've never really played it. It's actually a really fun, interesting way to play Pong. And here we have what are, kind of like party rooms. It always kind of feels like you're in a big prison there, but it's really pretty cool if you have a bunch of people, I bet. NFL Blitz 2000 Gold and the Showtime Combo Cab. I love that cabinet. It's kind of the pinnacle. I know I like the nostalgia of NBA Jam and all that, but this is the best that these two games ever got. The NBA game was best with Showtime, in my opinion, and Blitz 2000 was the best of those. And I love when you see this combo cabinet. Galaga, Jungle King, Big Run, Jaleco? Oh, wow. Pigskin, Cuphead. All right, I think that's emulation right there, but it was down. Carnival King, Karate Champ, Mach 3. It's getting a little easier. As you can see here, you're not right near the windows. It's facing a darker spot, and you can really see the monitors a lot better. What's that one? Gondo Mania. I thought for a second it was saying Condom Mania, like condom. But anyway, Gone Fishing. Another Golden Axe. Is that Golden Axe 2 or something? I think it's just 1. Here we are at the pinball row. This is where all the pinballs are in this one section. They have a lot of the new ones, too. They even had John Wick. Venom is there. We have Jurassic Park, Guardians of the Galaxy, Jaws. A remake, I believe, of, what was this one? Cactus Canyon. I don't know why I was forgetting. We have a Star Wars trilogy machine there. Pretty cool to see. They have those at a lot of their locations. We have, I think it's a remake version of Attack from Mars, a great pinball machine if you don't know it. Is that Turtles, Godzilla, Family Guy? I like that they pepper in older machines too. Family Guy, Star Trek, Led Zeppelin. And behind here we have more, and it keeps going. Deadpool, Avengers, X-Men. I liked this Terminator 3 machine. That was fun. I played that for a little. I even played the Elvis machine there. The new Toy Story machine by Jersey Jack, I believe. Elvira. Some of these machines are the premium model. Some are even, I think there's a limited peppered in here and there. Pretty cool to see. Ghostbusters, Shrek. Is that Black Knight? Black Knight, I believe. Iron Maiden, AC/DC. And we have one more set. Buck Hunter, Pinball, Spider-Man, Mandalorian. We have that one. The Star Wars Pinball. When I bring my wife, this is mainly what she plays. Even though we have this machine at home, that's her favorite. That's her baby. The Munsters, I never see that anywhere now that I think about it. The Munsters is primarily, for some reason I just don't see it anywhere but here. And another Jersey Jack, which is Guns N' Roses. Here we got the fixed gun shooters. We've got House of the Dead, Gunblade, LA Machine Guns, Swarm, I believe that one is, and Fright Fearland. I know it, but it was hard to read that one. The Ocean Hunter, another spooky lady. Moon Patrol, Galaga, again. Galaxian. Boy, I'm trying to read some of these. Last Duel, Frogger. Tiny little machine there. Let's back that up. I don't even remember what that one was. Turbo. Tiny machine. That looks like the only machine you can move around easily. This is a large open area for shuffleboard. It's kind of crazy how much room they have at this place. There was also a bar behind me there, so I didn't want to show the guy working at the bar, but there is a bar there. And you go through this pretty cool Instagram-worthy hallway here to get to another set of machines, and there's another skeleton up there. So there's a lot more games back here. Don't let it fool you. Pretty cool Cidercade logo on the window there. Fighting Arena. These are just what appears to be launch box setups, which is weird they're not running big box, but I think it's launch box. Bunch of fighting games in there to play on PCs. Sound Check, I think that says. I don't know those rhythm games. Daytona USA Linked. Well, they're together, but I never really see that in arcades lately. It's kind of sad. Neo Geo Machine, Pump It Up. I used to be good at Pump It Up when I was a lot thinner and younger. I love this thing on the wall. That neon or LED display on the wall is really nice in person. It adds a really cool glow in there. Doesn't really interfere with the game screens, which is very nice. Another Area 51 Max Force combo. This place has so many games, they double up on them, as you've noticed so far, probably. Spider-Man, the video game. Phoenix. P-47. I cannot read that one, unfortunately. Another Bad Dudes. I can't read it. Jack Tiger? Black Tiger. Black Tiger, yeah. Pit Fighter. Terrible, not that fun game, but it's still, has that history with us as kids. There was some guy playing there, so I quickly got a shot of that. Arkanoid, is that right? Arkanoid? I don't know. I'm gonna probably get people yelling at me in the comments. Another Street Fighter, kind of separated from the rest. Space Firebird, Raiden, Altered Beast, Final Fight cabinet, that was cool. This game, never really see this very often. Ninja Baseball Batman. Someone suggested I try this, and I was like, is that a joke? I've never heard of this game. It's kind of a fun game. I have it on my main cabinet now over here. Cabal, not Mortal Kombat Cabal. And then I believe, I don't know if I show it, but there is, yeah, another seating area here, and behind me in this view, you could go back into the shuffleboard room from there. Air hockey machines. What else do we have? A big linked bank of the Mario DX machines. Ninja Turtles, the new style game. Kind of cool they just let you play that. That's the best way to play those because they're just quarter munchers otherwise. Or card munchers by nowadays standards. Weird, I don't know these games, but a weird Beat Mania kind of thing or whatever they're called. More fighting arena machines. Those are set up more like big box there. A lot of Street Fighters, a lot of Marvel versus Capcom. There we go. There's one. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Pretty cool collection if you're into the Japanese fighters. There's the window art that I was going to show earlier. And Pac-Man Battle Royale. Coming over here is going to be my favorite row. Woo, look at that boy. We got WrestleMania. Never see that in arcades. I rarely do anymore. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, KI2, and KI1. Now, I'm going to warn you, if you go there to play these games and it's hot, or even if it's not hot outside, as long as it's like anywhere near summer, just go ahead and bring a jacket. It is ice cold right there. The air conditioning blows incredibly hard right at KI. So I think it was September when I went, or no, early October? I don't remember. It was late September, early October, and it was freezing cold right there. I couldn't stay and play long. I did play long enough to make sure I got my initials in, though. Tekken 3 and 5. Alien vs. Predator. I think we're almost done here. We got a Nintendo row. These are cool to see because these are some old machines that are just nice to see back in the arcade. And they're in good shape. It's really nice. They do a good job of keeping their arcade cabinets in pretty solid condition. And I say that knowing that their machines are running not 24 hours, but they're running, I think, about 14 to 15 hours a day, every single day of the week. They are getting beat to hell when kids are in there. I've seen kids play those machines, banging on them. We got people spilling drinks on them. I have to applaud Cidercade's techs. Not all of their games are in perfect condition. You're going to find games with controls that don't work very well, but you have to take into account that they're being played an outrageous amount, and they still are holding up pretty strong. They easily could have said, screw it, we're going to put LCDs in all these machines, and they didn't. They try to keep CRTs running, and I absolutely love them for that. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of Cidercade in Arlington, Texas. I do have another one. The same day I decided to go, I was going to Dallas right after that. I went straight to Dallas and went to the Dallas Cidercade. It was my least favorite Cidercade for a long, long time. It was the original one. It kind of had a terrible collection of games. They recently I guess you could say remodeled it, and it's much nicer and has better games. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've ever been to this Cidercade. Personally, I love the Cidercade locations, even though they're busy and, you know, can be a little tough to get into on the weekends. But I really love that Texas has so many arcades. And in fact, I plan to do kind of like a video on the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think it may be the area in the country with the most arcade games, or I'm sorry, I guess arcade games, but also arcades in the entire country. It could be like the most densely packed area to play arcade games. So I may do a video on that in the future. I don't live in that area. I live deep south in San Antonio, unfortunately, where we have no arcades except for my backyard arcade here. So I'm jealous of the Dallas-Fort Worth area when it comes to their arcade collections. Well, guys, thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you're new and give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next video.